And up next is Friday the 13th, a relaunch of the storied franchise about Jason Voorhees. And if you don't know who Jason Voorhees is, he wears a hockey mask and he kills people at Camp Crystal Lake. And that's, I mean, essentially all you need to know. This one's directed by Marcus Nispel, who also relaunched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, and produced again by Michael Bay, who's kind of crazy, I think. But but anyway, I mean, it's, you know, this movie has everything you would expect from a Friday the 13th, and I can't even imagine what they would do to broaden the story. I mean, really, the whole franchise is just this guy in a hockey mask killing teenagers who usually are having sex and doing drugs.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, this movie has all of those things, and technically I think it's a better directed and better made movie than a lot of the other ones. And fortunately, nobody goes into space this time, which is a plus. But
not yet, anyway.
And maybe in Friday the 13th again, Part 2 or whatever. But you know, it's just I can't really imagine a Friday the 13th movie that I actually enjoy, just because, you know, this sort of thing doesn't appeal to me. But
yeah, you know, I'm not a big horror movie guy. I mean, I'd much rather go see an interesting story than I rather would, you know, be scared. But I mean, this did a good job of keeping up the suspense in it. But it really did kind of remind me of the horror movies from the 80s. With the the naked women running around and varied in assorted disgusting ways of killing people, and they're not shy about showing you these things. I mean, it kind of sets the tone. The first person who killed, you come and you find him, and his ear is hanging off of his iPod earbud, and you know, it kind of sets the tone for the film that way. And there's been a couple of those. There was the one a couple years ago, the relaunching of Michael Myers, the Halloween franchise, with Rob Zombie, and it kind of looked back into the mental status of the character. And you know, I don't really think that that's necessary in these type of horror movies. So I mean, it's felt superfluous. But you know, if you're going to want to see a horror movie, this is a good example of one.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what every other Friday the 13th movie has delivered, and it really exists for no other reason than, you know, to splash the screen with blood and naked women and weed, things like that. I mean, and you know, if that's what you're into, go ahead and check it out. I don't really appreciate movies like that, so I'm going to say skip it. But I mean, I think the audience knows.
Yeah, I think as a horror movie person, you know, you'll really enjoy this. So
yeah.
For the horror movie folks, I think you'll enjoy it. And we'll be right back.